Hello, friends. Thank you for sharing your practice with me today. We begin lying down on our backs, beginning in corpse pose, connecting to the breath, coming into this moment in the here and now, letting everything else go, relaxing the body, releasing tension we may be holding in the shoulders and in the face. We can take the knees into the chest, slowly extending the legs out long and taking the knees back in, waking up the hips, the hip flexors, and the abdominals. One more like this. And then we plant the feet on the mat, preparing for bridge pose. Pressing through the palms and the feet to send the hips up, squeezing through the glutes, holding here, connecting to your center, feeling strong and powerful. Exhale, release the hips, extend the left leg long, hugging the right knee into the chest. Pulling the knee in, feeling the hip crease, and then exhale to extend the leg. Reaching for the shin, the ankle, pulling the leg into the chest. One big breath. And then crossing that ankle over the left knee, taking both knees into the chest, waking up the glutes, keeping the feet flexed, pressing the lower back into the mat. Taking one big inhale. And on your next exhale, gently release to extend the right leg and the left knee into the chest. Big, deep breaths, and extend the leg, honoring wherever you are in your practice today, however your body feels, listening to it, using your own intuition as a guide. And we can take our reverse pigeon pose, squeezing the legs into the chest, opening up through the glutes. Exhale to gently unravel the legs, taking the knees into the chest and finding a rock or any way up onto all fours. Preparing for cat-cow, finding our tabletop position, long spine, and then inhale to drop the belly, lifting the gaze. Moving with the breath, going at your own pace, making these traditional cat-cows, or maybe we find a little movement, taking side rib rolls, little hip circles, anything that feels good to you here. Just moving with the breath, coming into the body, leaving distractions and other thoughts behind, creating space. And whenever we feel evened out, we'll meet back in tabletop to prepare for gate pose, kickstanding that right leg behind, extending the left leg long. Inhale, reach the arms up, and exhale, drop the left hand to the leg, reaching the right arm over. Big side body stretch. Take one deep, big inhale, and exhale to plant the hand on the other side of the leg, reaching for the ankle with the left, opening up through the quadricep and the hips as we balance and use our core. On your next exhale, release that ankle down to the mat, coming to sit on the sit bones, flexing the left foot up and reaching over for it. Just getting as close as we can. No judgment if we can't reach our foot. Opening up through the chest and the shoulders. Exhale to release, lifting up on that right knee, coming into a slight back bend, heart opener if that feels good. Just playing around with movements, seeing how they feel in our bodies. And whenever you're ready, we'll gently come back, taking the knee underneath the chest to repeat on the other side, extending the right leg long and reaching over. Gate pose. Taking one more big breath here before windmilling the arms around and reaching for our ankle. We can use this as a quadricep stretch or more of a hip opener, depending on how we're feeling today, what our body is calling for. And on your next exhale, gently release to come down onto the sit bones, reaching for that flexed foot, spiraling the chest open. Big breaths. And making our way up onto the knee, coming into our little back bend. Only going as far as it feels good. Releasing back down onto the sit bones, crossing at the ankles, easy seat. Inhale, reach up, and exhale, hands to heart center. Take a breath here to check in. And then inhale, reach up. Exhale, find a twist to the right side. Inhale and exhale, twist to the left. Moving with the breath, doing 2 more on both sides. Wringing out the spine, bringing our breath to the lower back. Moving gently. Beautiful. Coming back to center and making our way onto our knees, tabletop pose, tucking the toes underneath, pressing through the hands, protracting the shoulders to lift the knees, connecting to the core, sucking the navel into the spine, igniting the inner fire here. And then pressing up to downward facing dog, pedaling out through the feet, waking up the backs of the legs, and finding our static downward facing dog. Ground through the left foot, raise the right leg, 3-legged dog. Bring the knee in through the chest and plant the foot, coming into a low lunge. Inhale, release the arms above the head. Exhale, interlace the fingers and take a slight back bend here. Still breathing nice and easy. Exhale, rain the fingertips down, plant the left hand, reach the right arm up and lift the left knee. Sending that left heel back. One more big breath here. And then lifting the right arm up, nice and strong, high lunge. We come into warrior 1. Inhale, sink into the hips. Exhale, warrior 2. Reach forward and back, peaceful warrior, big stretch. And exhale, windmill around, warrior 2. Coming into our triangle pose, whatever this looks like for you. And connecting to the core to lift up and revolve our triangle, reaching the right arm back. Exhale, windmill the arms forward, step back to plank and take a vinyasa. We meet in downward facing dog to repeat on the other side. Left leg comes high into the air, and exhale, bend the knee, bring it forward, low lunge. Inhale, sweep the arms up and sink into the hips. Taking our back bend. Inhale, big breath, reach the chest up to the sky. And exhale, rain the fingertips down. Lifting the back knee, planting the right hand, reaching the left fingertips up to the sky. Big stretch, create space here. Beautiful. Using your control, lifting up to a high lunge. And inhale, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. And reach forward and back, peaceful warrior. Exhale, triangle pose. Reaching for the shin or the mat. And using your core to lift up and revolve the triangle, nice and careful. Beautiful. Windmill those arms around. Take a vinyasa. We meet in downward facing dog. Enjoy these transitional movements. Raising the right leg high, three-legged dog. Bend the knee, tap the left wrist and back up. Tap the right, back up. Tap each elbow, not the wrist. One more time. Beautiful. Then coming into our low lunge to sweep the hips back to half splits. I challenge you to try to not use your hands. Sink into the hips, using your stability, your control, to lower the chest down. And then inhale, come back through our low lunge to raise the left knee, high lunge. Exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale, reach up. Two more times, opening through the shoulders and the chest, then interlacing the hands behind the back and reaching them down the leg. Big heart opener, lift it to the sky. And inhale, release the arms above the head. Exhale, frame the foot, step back into plank and take a vinyasa. Raising the left leg, three-legged dog, bending the knee, and tapping each elbow 2 times. Flowing through that on the other side. Now that we have the sequence down, seeing how fluid we can make these movements. Coming into our low lunge to release into our half splits. See how slow and controlled you can make these movements. As we reach through the crown of the head, one more breath. And then on your inhale, come into our low lunge to lift the knee, high lunge. Exhale, cactus the arms. Moving with the breath. One more. And interlacing the fingers, reach those hands as far down as we can, helping to lift the chest and the gaze up. Beautiful. One more breath. And exhale, release the hands, lift them up high, and rain them down by the foot. Stepping to the wide edge of the mat, connecting to the core to lift the arms. And then taking the right arm to the left ankle, tap. And the other side, tap. 2 more times each side, using your control here to not dump down. Beautiful. And then taking the hands behind the back, exhale to fold, taking the crown of the head down towards the mat, trying to reach the hands over the head. Maybe we release the hands to the ankle, trying to pull the head through. Whatever variation of this pose that's calling to you right now. Breathing. Enjoying this posture, the opening in the backs of the legs, the hamstrings. Releasing the hands underneath the chest and bending the right knee, coming into the side runner's lunge. Exhale to gently switch, sinking into the hips, opening the groins. Sending the hips over to the other side, coming into Skandasana, flexing that left foot, reaching the left arm up high. We can stay here, or we can deepen this stretch by taking a bind, trying to reach the arms around that bent knee. Beautiful. Exhale to release. Gently switch over, flexing the right foot up. Making sure we find our positioning before finding our side body stretch. Taking whatever variations feel good to you today. Taking one deep breath in through the nose and exhale through the nose. Gently releasing our bind if we had it, sweeping that left leg around, coming into boat pose. The shins are parallel to the mat, hands are at heart center. Connect to the core here, lifting up, trying to reach the chest towards the legs. And preparing for bicycles, taking the hands behind the head, trying to use your balance here in boat pose to really intensify these side crunches. We can always come down onto the back if this is too much. Doing about 10 on each side. You can do it. I believe in you. Getting a little bit of strength in for the day. Knowing that we can do hard things. And once we're evened out, we can relax into staff pose, taking a moment to calm down the breath. Inhale, reach up through the crown of the head, and exhale, slowly walk the fingertips towards the feet. Taking nice, calming breaths. Just being with your body. And on the next inhale, we can gently lift the chest, reaching up through the crown of the head, taking this right hand to the left foot and reaching the left back for a twist. If this is too much, we can always reach for the shin or bend the knees. Exhale, come through center, take one breath to reset before reaching the right arm back and finding our other twist. Deep breaths here. Exhale, come back through center, gently lift up, tucking the left knee underneath the body, crossing the right over the leg, finding another gentle twist to really effectively wring out the spine, counterbalance all of the core work we fit into our practice today. Nice and easy. Exhale, come back through center, crossing that ankle over the left knee, coming into fire log pose. And if that's too much, we can always place the shin in front of the left shin. Inhale, reach up, and exhale, fold. Keeping a nice flat back, stopping wherever we can't go anymore without rounding. Pressing the sit bones into the mat, finding length in the spine. And exhale, gently coming back up, uncrossing the legs, finding windshield wipers to rinse them out, opening the hips before doing the other side. Crossing the left ankle over the right knee, taking our right hand behind. Giving yourself a little half hug here. Maybe you give yourself a full hug. Noticing how you're feeling now after a few moments of intentional conscious movement. And exhale back through center to take our fire log pose or whatever other variation works for your body. Exhale, gently walking the fingertips forward, opening up through the glutes, breathing deeply, releasing tension, releasing stress from the mind. On your next exhale, we can gently lift up, unravel the legs, and make our way slowly into a lying down position. We can choose corpse pose again to circle around to the beginning of our practice, or maybe we choose reclined bound angle, sending the soles of the feet together, opening up through the hips one last time. Taking deep breaths and taking a mental body scan, starting with the forehead, relaxing the muscles of the face, the jaw, the shoulders, the chest, the arms, the hands, the hips, the knees, the legs, the ankles, and the feet. Take one deep inhale, fill the belly with air, and exhale it all out. Taking a few more deep breaths here, securing in this beautiful practice, and taking a few more moments of quiet stillness for yourself, because you deserve them. And I thank you so much for joining me on the mat today and sharing your practice with me. I look forward to practicing with you again very soon. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.